this is Colleen Lemma, Starseed Astrologer and Spiritual Messenger from SacredSoulEmpowerment.com. Here to do your weekly angel card reading for Monday, July 1st through Sunday, July 7th, 2019. For this week's weekly reading, we'll be using the Power Angel Tarot deck by Radley Valentine for the main message for everyone. And your special message card this week, depending on your stone of choice, will be coming from the Black Moon Astrology cards by Susan Shepard. Just a little reminder that we're into a new month now, the month of July, and this is also considered eclipse season because we have a new moon solar eclipse and a full moon lunar eclipse within this month, which is going to herald a lot of intense and powerful changes in the upcoming weeks. So be sure to go to my YouTube channel and watch the monthly angel card reading for the whole month of July to get an idea of what those energies are all about, as well as the numerological vibration for the month, which is also a karmic number for July. So let's go ahead and start by taking a look at your stones of choice. And this week I have some special intention crystals. Every so often, every few weeks, I'm showing you some of my special intention pendants that I'm wire wrapping. And this week, because we have a new moon solar eclipse that we're going to be talking about, I wanted to share with you 3 of my new pendants that have kind of a powerful energy. I shouldn't say kind of, they have a powerful energy to them. Now this one, and a lot of you are guessing that it's turquoise, but this is actually a rare type of turquoise. It's called Sleeping Beauty turquoise. And it's called Sleeping Beauty turquoise because it comes from a special mine that is in the state of Arizona. And this is, of course, wire wrapped in silver, and it's Reiki charged with the intentions of the vibration of master number 33, which is the number of Christ consciousness energy and protection on all planes. It has the qualities of the planet Uranus, the Great Awakener, and also the planet that helps us to connect to the God mind energies. This turquoise is going to be helpful in activating the crown and throat chakra to kind of combine the channeling of higher information and channeling it through the throat chakra through writing or speaking. This also has the intention of the guidance and assistance of Archangel Michael to lead one to their highest destiny path, and Archangel Gabriel to receive and speak truth and the messages from Great Spirit or Divine Source. Okay, and your second special intention crystal pendant here is this double terminated smoky quartz. And it's been cut and polished, and it has a point on this end and a point on this end here, which is why it's called double terminated. So this special intention pendant is wrapped in gold and Reiki charged with the vibration of master number 22, the number vibration of the master builder and manifester, and power and protection on all planes. It is infused with the energies of Pluto, the planet of transformation and transmutation of lower vibrational energies, the activation of the crown and root chakras for opening to higher universal energies and bringing them down through all of the chakras to ground them in the third dimensional earth plane. And it also is infused with the guidance and assistance of Archangel Michael for protection and to clear away lower energies, and with King Solomon's energies for powerful protection, divine magic, and space clearing. And then your last stone of choice is a special intention Golden Healer, down here on the camera, Golden Healer Lemurian Seed Quartz Crystal wrapped in gold wire. Now, I've had a lot of Lemurian seed crystals in the past, both in my videos and just, wire wrapping them and creating these beautiful pendants. But this is the first time I've had a Golden Healer Lemurian Seed Quartz Crystal. It's been Reiki charged with the vibration of master number 11, the number of the light worker, and the number of higher vibrational energies, the qualities of Aquarius and Pisces for working with the collective of humanity and strengthening one's connection to their healing and psychic abilities. This has the activation of the crown, third eye, and solar plexus chakras for opening up to information on higher planes, strengthening one's claircognizance, clairvoyance, and clairaudience, and activating one's willpower and leadership abilities. And it's infused with the energies of Archangel Raziel, with divine magic, psychic abilities, alchemy, and divine wisdom and knowledge. This particular crystal is also infused with the energy of ascension. So again, you have a choice this week, the week of the new moon solar eclipse, of the Sleeping Beauty turquoise, the double terminated smoky quartz, or the Golden Healer Lemurian seed crystal. All right, so let's set that aside and talk about the astrological energies of the week. Now, first I want to mention that again, we're in the new month of July. We start with Monday the 1st of July. Again, I want to make mention just very briefly because it's going to be in the monthly angel card reading for July, but this is transitioning our numerological vibration from June's 18 energy, which relates to the Moon Tarot card, which is bringing up a lot of subconscious, shadow side, fears and anxieties. That was the month of June. Now we're moving into July, which has the vibration of the karmic number 19. Now, I'll talk a little bit more about the karmic number 19 in the July monthly video, but the number 19 as far as the tarot card is the Sun card, and that's actually a positive card. It's a card of recognition and appreciation and success, especially in career and business, being, again, recognized for who you are, shining your light. That's what the sun does, is shine its light. So even though we're in a month of eclipses here, and there's going to be some intense energies going on throughout the month, I feel like that vibration to the Sun card is going to be kind of a welcomed energy. And we might need to wait until things unfold for the next few weeks to, feel and really be in that energy. But I just wanted to mention that briefly. On Monday, the 1st of July, Mars, which is the warrior planet, which rules energy, action, forward movement, it's moving into the sign of Leo. Now, Leo, the sign of the zodiac Leo, is ruled by the sun. So it's interesting that this, month is ruled by the sun in the tarot, and we have Mars moving into Leo, which is ruled by the sun. So Mars is a fiery planet. It's full of passion, it's full of energy, and Leo is a fire sign. So they go well together. Mars likes to be in Leo. Mars likes to be in the fire signs. And here we have this initiation energy, this new beginning energy with our leadership, with our confidence, with our courage, with our creative abilities, all of this Leo energy. That's what Leo rules: leadership, confidence, courage, creative self-expression, the inner child, really kind of taking charge and shining one's light, so to speak, with that Leo energy. The only thing is that this is the day before the new moon solar eclipse, because the new moon solar eclipse happens on Tuesday the 2nd. So when Mars is moving into Leo on the 1st, we're in the dark of the moon phase. So even though Mars moving into Leo is a great and wonderful, highly energized energy, it's going to feel a little bit like, I feel like it's going to just take a little time. It's going to take a little time for us to really kind of gear up into that energy, because we're in that dark of the moon phase right before the solar eclipse. So we're going through a lot of healing. We're going through a lot of going within into our psyche, understanding subconscious patterns and healing those subconscious patterns. Now, for part of the day, for part of the day, the moon is actually in Cancer, because the new moon solar eclipse on Tuesday is at 10 degrees Cancer. So, this is really highlighting those subconscious patterns, because Cancer rules the subconscious. Cancer rules our emotions. Cancer rules our feelings, our feeling nature. And let's move into Tuesday the 2nd now with this new moon solar eclipse. This is an activation portal, an activation of a portal of energy. The eclipses, again, are intensified energies that speed up the movement of events and circumstances unfolding. And so now at this time of the new moon solar eclipse, new moon means a new beginning. There's a new beginning with a new moon, and the solar eclipse intensifies that new beginning. With it being at 10 degrees Cancer, it's in the Cancerian realm. So there's a new beginning with how we're feeling. There's a new beginning with home and family. There's a new beginning in relation to maybe our living situation, or land or ownership of land, caretaking, being in an emotional connection with those people around us that we love and care about. Now, Cancer is also a sign of initiation. There's 4 signs that are considered signs of initiation. That would be Aries and Cancer and Libra and Capricorn. So there is an initiation quality here with Cancer, which goes along nicely with it being a new moon for new beginnings, and goes along nicely with Mars moving into Leo for that activation energy. However, this new moon solar eclipse is loosely connecting to Chiron, the Wounded Healer, and Saturn, the Lord of Karma, or the Teacher of Lessons, however you want to look at Saturn. I say loosely because the new moon happens at 10 degrees. It's going to be challenging Chiron at 6 degrees of Aries, and Chiron is slowing down to station and turn to retrograde motion too, by the way. So it's going to intensify whatever the wounds are. And the wounds with Chiron and Aries is our wound of self-identity, self-initiation, self-confidence. It's about our individualistic nature. It's about the self here. So there's also definitely something here with bringing up wounds, I think, from the past. Cancer does have a tendency to rule history in the past a little bit. And Chiron, again, bringing up these wounds, especially in the dark of the moon phase, when it passes that 6 degree point where Chiron is. Now, after the new moon solar eclipse at 10 degrees Cancer, then it goes on and opposes Saturn at 17 degrees of Capricorn. Saturn is going to bring up issues of responsibilities to home and family matters. It's going to bring up karmic situations because Saturn rules karma and lessons. So there might be lessons and karmic patterns that we're looking at in regards to home and family matters mostly, but it can be in other areas of our life as well. Now on Wednesday the 3rd, Venus, the planet that rules love, relationships, finances, money, and our values, is moving out of Gemini, where she was a little bit more flirtatious and a little bit less grounded, and she's now moving into Cancer. So she's joining the sun in Cancer now. Venus being a very kind of loving planet, and Cancer ruling the nurturing aspect, she'll be a little bit more comfortable here than she was in Gemini. She's going to be more loving, she's going to be more affectionate, she's going to give more nurturing and love to those that she cares about. And Venus is going to be in Cancer for the next, few weeks, about a month or so. It really follows closely with the sun's kind of timing. And I didn't write down exactly, unfortunately, when she's moving out of Cancer. But again, she'll be in Cancer for most of the month and maybe into just a few days in August. But the monthly video will give you more of a timeline on that. Now on Sunday the 7th, we're going to skip all the way to Sunday now. Mercury is going to retrograde motion at 4 degrees of Leo. So Mercury is slowing down this week to turn to retrograde motion. So we're already in the shadow period. In fact, last week, the last week of June, we were in the shadow period of Mercury getting ready to go retrograde. So it might be causing miscommunication, technological issues, especially in communication issues with home and family because it's been in Cancer and now is just newly into Leo. And I think Mercury in Leo is going to be more creative. There's more of a creative mind, creative ideas, taking charge, making things happen through communications and networking with people. That's a good thing with Mercury being in Leo. But again, it's going to cause some challenges or delays with things unfolding because of its retrograde cycle. Now, Mercury is going to retrograde back into Cancer too. That's another thing. It's going to be retrograde from the 7th of July all the way to the last day of July, July 31st. And in that time period, it retrogrades from 4 degrees of Leo back into Cancer, all the way back to 23 degrees of Cancer before turning back to direct motion. Now, when it stations on the 7th of July, it's very close to connecting with Mars, who just went into Leo, as we talked about on Monday the 1st. And it's very close to challenging Uranus. So what this feels to me is that it feels like to me that people's communications are going to be a little bit more sporadic, a little bit more knee-jerk reaction, because of that Uranus influence. And even Mars. Mars is the warrior, so it's like fighting words. Uranus is the awakener and deals with that sudden and unexpected, kind of unfolding circumstances or energy. So again, people might be saying things without thinking as we're approaching the 7th of July and those connections with Mars and Uranus. Now, next week on the 8th, and I'm just going to mention this briefly and we'll talk about it in next week's reading, but Chiron, as I mentioned, is getting ready to go retrograde as well. He will be going retrograde on July 8th and will be retrograde all the way until December. But we're going to be feeling it because it's slowing down and it's stationing. It's stopping at around 5 or 6 degrees, between 5 and 6 degrees of Aries. And while he's slowing down, this is the interesting thing about Chiron and Mercury also slowing down to retrograde. Mercury is retrograding in fire sign Leo at 4 degrees. Chiron is retrograding at 5-6 degrees of Aries, which is also another fire sign. So they're connecting with one another as they're both slowing down, which is intensifying their energies. Now, I mentioned the challenge with Mercury connecting to Mars the warrior and Uranus the great awakener as he's stationing to go retrograde. However, making a positive connection to Chiron is going to help with some sort of healing process. In other words, there might be communications that we're needing to have with other people that maybe we blurt things out without thinking, but in the end, if we move through it and we communicate with whoever that person might be, or maybe it's just our own thoughts and our own ideas and our own belief systems, that we're able to bring healing because of the Chiron influence. Now, Chiron brings healing, but a lot of times it's through challenge. So either way, there's that kind of challenge aspect, along with the aspect or thought or idea that we're having a new moon solar eclipse this week, which again brings in a more intense energy. All right, so that was a lot about the astrology. Let's get to the cards before we run out of time in the video itself. And we start out the week with Major Arcana 20, which in this deck is called New Beginnings, with Archangel Jeremiah. So we have a Major Arcana card here, which is, highly energized and important for our soul growth and evolution. And it says at the bottom, starting a new life, finding your purpose, forgiving and compassionate review of the past. Okay? So this is a new beginning based on reviewing the past and letting go of the past. In the traditional tarot, this is the Judgment card. And a lot of times, with the Judgment card, we misinterpret that, thinking that we're being judged. Sometimes it does have a tendency to where there's judgments from us towards other people, or maybe even from other people towards us. But this is never about the divine or God or source judging us. It's not coming from the universe or from the heavens or God that judgment energy is coming. And in fact, again, in this deck, it's called New Beginnings, and we do have that new moon solar eclipse, which is activating kind of a doorway, a portal or a doorway of energy to where we can walk through and really accelerate the movement. And with the Major Arcana cards, there's always accelerated movement with soul growth and evolution. So this is a very positive indication that, that's occurring. I feel like we can go higher. The energy or the information I'm getting is we can go higher than we think we can, meaning that we can go as far as our soul journey, as far as our career path, our destiny path, our life purpose, the things that we're working on in life, we can go higher and stronger than we think we can. I don't know how else to say it, but we can accomplish more. I guess that's a good way to say it. We can accomplish more than we think we can. And this is a time of accelerated movement, and this accelerated movement is heralding us into new beginnings. So open up to those new beginnings. Welcome those new beginnings as you move towards them. Let's take a look at this card. Now, the second card, 2 cards came out, as you can see. The first one is the 7 of Gabriel. Now, this is the suit of fire in the traditional tarot. So we have the 7 of fire, the 7 of wands, 7 of Gabriel. And the message at the bottom says, stand up for what you believe in, have confidence, and claim your personal power. Now, the number 7 is a number of kind of reclusiveness or going within. So I feel like, again, this dark of the moon phase on Monday and slightly into Tuesday before the new moon solar eclipse. And even the fact that the new moon solar eclipse is challenging Chiron and opposing Saturn, as we talked about, and Mercury is slowing down to go retrograde, this is really a time of, again, kind of inward contemplation, inward meditation, understanding what's going on within our psyche. Understand what's going on around us with circumstances and situations by tapping into our higher soul self to understand the dynamics, that it's beyond third dimensional dynamics. It's a higher dimensional dynamic. Whatever's occurring is occurring for a reason. So we really need to go within here and, kind of access the information. Gabriel is the archangel of communication and information. So we're needing to access some sort of internal information or higher information. And here she is on a Pegasus, and she's going higher. She's going up towards the heavens. And she's got all these beautiful colors up here. So she's accessing higher energies within all of her chakras as well as the higher realms. And as it says, claim your personal power. Stand in your truth. Stand up for what you believe in. Don't waver and don't allow others to sway you, is kind of the message that I'm getting with that one. But let's take a look at this card because it kind of came out with it. Okay, we have another major arcana number 16, which in the traditional tarot is the Tower card. In this deck, it's called Change Your Life with Archangel Chamuel. And Archangel Chamuel is the archangel of our divine purpose, helping us find our divine life purpose or work towards our divine life purpose. The message at the bottom here says, a sudden revelation that offers freedom. Break free of procrastination. Embrace the opportunities that change brings. And so this new moon solar eclipse is going to bring changes. There's no doubt about that. That's what eclipses do. They bring changes and redirections into our lives. And this may be your Tower card moment, meaning it's going to come suddenly, unexpectedly, maybe out of the blue, maybe it surprises you, but there's going to be a redirection that happens, maybe this week or maybe throughout the course of this month. There is this change and redirection, and we're being called to change our life. Now, we started out with the New Beginnings card, Major Arcana. Now we're being asked to change our life as we move into those new beginnings. So don't stay stuck in the past. Review the past with Archangel Jeremiah in the New Beginnings card, but don't stay stuck in it or don't stay rooted in it. It's time to change something. Change your direction, change your attitude, change your belief system, change your way of operation, change what you're doing to some extent. It doesn't mean you have to change everything about your life, but there's definitely a need for some changes here, and the universe is going to help you by redirecting you. So you might as well be open to it and maybe even initiate it yourself before the universe just kind of redirects you, and then it's more of a shock and a surprise. Okay, and this is going to offer you new opportunities, just like it says. There's new opportunities, new potentials that are coming in with that energy. Now the last card, okay, it's another Gabriel card or another fire card, the Six of Gabriel, which is an awesome card. It's about success and recognition and, promotion and appreciation. And here at the bottom it says, congratulations, you've done a wonderful job. Time to move on to the next project, awards, scholarships, or promotions. So I feel like this energy with the Six of Gabriel is extending us throughout the whole month is what I'm getting. It's not just this week, but it starts this week. We're moving up in the world. How it says awards, scholarships, promotions. It doesn't necessarily mean literally, but it can be from a spiritual perspective as well. But there's definitely something good happening here. The number 6 is a nice balanced number of as above, so below. As you visualize it, as you see it in your mind, so can you create it and manifest it on the earth plane. And that's exactly what we're doing here. So we're moving towards something very grand. Remember the Sun card that rules the whole month of July. This is about success. This is about acknowledgement. This is about appreciation from other people or from the universe and towards yourself too. Appreciation from yourself toward yourself for the great job that you're doing in moving forward. All right, so let's take a look at our special message card depending on your stone or pendant of choice here. So I chose the astrology, the Black Moon astrology cards, because we have the eclipse this week. And let's see, for the people that chose the Sleeping Beauty turquoise, just giving us a quick little shuffle. This one's calling my attention, Sleeping Beauty turquoise. This is the Saturn return, and it says age here. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that you're in your Saturn return, because obviously not everyone who watches this video is in their Saturn return, which happens between the age of 28 to 30. But the Saturn return is a time of responsibilities. It's a time of karmic cleansing. So what this message to me is saying is that you're going through a time of karmic cleansing. Cleansing of old belief systems, cleansing of old emotions, cleansing of old maybe physical things in your physical body, but you're definitely cleansing a lot of past life and maybe even this life energies here. And you're coming into a time of maturation or being mature. You know, Saturn is about maturity and responsibility. So again, we're needing to take responsibility for something. Maybe we're taking responsibility for our lives, or maybe we have added responsibilities that we're needing to take care of, but also we're becoming more mature, whether it's more mature with an idea or more mature with creating like new belief systems that are more mature in nature. There's something about maturity here. And they're saying, the angels and guides are even saying that maturity is also not just about you, but it's about a circumstance, a situation, a project, or something that you may be working on that comes to a maturity. So you're getting towards the end of something manifesting, in other words. Saturn is the planet of manifestation. So something's coming into manifestation or into maturity in your life as well. Saturn is a very kind of serious influence, and it's about work and focus and diligence. So I would say use those energies as well during this week and perhaps during this whole month. All right, so let's take a look at the special message card for those who chose the smoky quartz, the double terminated smoky quartz. Okay, I was going to shuffle more, but this one keeps calling my attention before I even went there. So we're going to pick this, and it's Uranus with Genius. Now, Uranus kind of was, talked about a little bit here with the Mercury retrograde. And Uranus is that planet of, and also with the Change Your Life card, Uranus has that quick, sudden, unexpected redirection, aha moment. He's the great awakener. So there's something here, an energy that's awakening within you. And I would say the energy that's awakening within you is this genius energy. Uranus rules the God mind. Uranus rules kind of channeling divine inspiration and divine knowledge through the crown chakra. So I want to say you're opening your crown chakra to higher vibrational information and energies. And you're awakening an aspect within yourself into a higher vibration. In other words, you're moving from a third dimensional into a fifth dimensional, as we all have been on the planet. But something about that movement is accelerated for you this week. So Uranus is really kind of opening you up to these higher vibrational God mind, awakening gifts, talents, and abilities and aspects of yourself, higher intelligence, which can also be claircognizance, which is a psychic ability of just knowing something. And Uranus's influence of quick, sudden redirections and changes is also indicated for you in this week. So be open to the strange, the unusual. Be open to the aha moments and that lightning bolt of the quick, sudden redirections that are happening. All right, and then for those of you that chose the Golden Healer Lemurian Seed Quartz, let's give this a little shuffle. For those people, this one's calling my attention here. We have Cancer and I Feel. So this is the energy of the sign. And of course, we've been talking about Cancer, ruling home and family and nurturing and children and the emotional realm, our emotional bodies, healing the emotional bodies, taking care of other people, especially those, that are considered our family, whether they be biological family or spiritual family. This is about getting in touch with your emotions. They're also talking about healing the emotional body. So feel your feelings, feel your emotions, acknowledge them, recognize them, even if they're challenging emotions or feelings, because this is going to be, they want to be, they're an energy too. They want to be acknowledged, just like children want to be acknowledged. We all want to be acknowledged. Our feelings want to be acknowledged and loved. It's that inner child. So there's something about healing the inner child here and acknowledging that inner child. Remember, Venus is moving into Cancer. Venus is about our values and our sense of self-worth here. So I feel like we're healing our sense of self-worth. We're healing how we value ourselves, how we love ourselves, how we respect ourselves with this Cancer energy. And again, they're talking about family patterns here. So whether it be the home and family, whether it be family dynamics that are actually happening, or family dynamics from the past or from past lives, we're healing the ancestral patterns. Okay, we're going back and healing the ancestral patterns with this Cancerian energy here this week. All right, so I hope everyone has liked this weekly angel card reading. Again, be sure to stay tuned for the rest of the month's weekly readings as well as the monthly, because we have a full moon lunar eclipse coming up here in a couple of weeks as well. And again, this is a highly charged month of change and redirection, and a speeding up of the unfolding of the situations and circumstances in our lives. So thank you so much for subscribing, sharing, commenting, sending your lovely messages to me. I send you all much love and light and many, many angel blessings.